You've said it carefully. You've said it directly. You've said it softly, and you've even said it bluntly. You've tried timing it right, writing it out first, or just even blurting it out because overthinking it wasn't working either. But none of it lands the way you meant it, and she never seems to hear it the way you meant it either. It either gets waved off like it wasn't a big deal, or it blows up into something bigger than what you actually said. There's no version that gets you the response that you're looking for. And after enough rounds of that, you start to wonder if the problem's you, if you're just bad at this. Well, I want you to know that you're not. But something is happening in that exchange that has nothing to do with your word choice. Here's exactly what it looks like from the inside. You bring something up. It doesn't matter how, but within a few seconds, you find yourself defending how you said it instead of talking about what it is that you meant. You're tracking your tone. You're tracking your timing. You're watching something from 3 weeks ago land back in the room, and somewhere in there, the thing that you actually wanted to say has disappeared. So you adjust. Next time, you soften it a bit more, plan it out more, pick a better moment. You wind up getting the same result, or worse. Now, at some point, most men in this spot land in one of two moves. Either they keep trying and they get sharper each time in what they say, because surely if you just say it forcefully enough, it'll finally register. Or you stop bringing things up at all, because the cost of trying has stopped being worth it. I want you to know that neither one is solely a communication problem. Both involve a man that's trying to reason his way through an exchange that keeps producing the same bad outcome no matter what he puts into it. This is where it starts costing you in your relationship. If you go the harder route, every attempt starts to cost more than the last one. What used to be a 5-minute conversation is now a thing that you wind up bracing for. You start rehearsing what you're going to say before you even say it, spending so much mental energy before you've ever even entered the room. You wind up anticipating her response instead of listening to what she's actually saying. Part of you is actually never in the conversation because you're managing it. Now, I said there were two routes. So if you go the other route and you stop bringing things up at all, you think this isn't really just giving up. I'm just trying to keep the peace. But what's actually happening is that you're quietly editing yourself out of the relationship one topic at a time. And you feel the distance building even when there's nothing technically wrong. Either way, you end up in the same place. Something that used to feel possible, actually talking to her and having it go somewhere, starts to feel like a fixed cost that you just have to accept. And that's not a small thing to carry around. That's a man slowly deciding that being fully known by his own wife isn't worth the price of admission anymore. Now, here's the part that changes it. The problem was never your words. It's the moment right before the words. There's a half second where you decide how you're about to say something, and that decision is running on autopilot. But from every time this has gone wrong before, you're not walking into the conversation. You're walking into the pattern of the conversation. The move isn't a better sentence. It's naming what's actually happening before you're in it. Something as simple as, I want to bring something up, and I don't want to turn this into what it usually turns into. Can we try something different? That's it. You're not managing her reaction anymore. You're not pre-editing yourself. You're calling out the pattern instead of running it. It's not going to fix things in one try, but it changes what you're actually working on. You stop trying to find that magic phrasing that finally lands, and you start interrupting the thing that's been making every phrasing fail. If this is the loop that you're in, you don't need better words. You need to see the pattern clearly enough to step outside of it. That's the work. Now, if you want help doing that, just look at the notes below and book a call with me so we can talk about what this looks like for you. So you can step back into your marriage and be a partner in it rather than just trying to manage it.